Hi everyone, this is Danny Crane at the Heart, and I thought I would do a quick kind of tutorial and a little talk through about making these composition books. So this is something that I make quite a bit. It's probably one of my favorite projects, and I actually need to make one for the upcoming school year. I am a school librarian. I'm going to be, of course, doing some work from school. I'm going to be allowed to go in even though we're completely distance learning at the beginning of the school year. I will most likely be going in a couple of days a week to do some library work. And then anything that I can do at home, I'm going to do at home, including any meetings I have to attend, anything like that. I want to limit my exposure as much as possible, but I need work that needs to get done. And so normally I'm in my office. I have, all my calendars up. I have my bell schedules up. I have all kinds of stuff up. And so now I'm having to work from home. So a lot of the things that I have conveniently set up, I can't do. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead, because normally I just use a regular planner, but I'm going to go ahead and create one of these notebooks for the upcoming school year that will have a calendar, that will have my bell schedule and all the information that I need to get through this year. So let me give you some examples of ones I have made. So this is one that is much loved. It's kind of dirty because it's been all over the place with me. But this is my recipes one, and I have another one too somewhere. And so I've got, this is Instant Pot, Crock Pot, main dishes. I have dividers, and then I write out my recipes, or in some cases, let's see here. I've even got pages left in this one, which is amazing. I even, let's see, will go ahead and paste some recipes in here that I want to try. So really kind of fun. I'm glad that I saw that I have some pages left in this one. So this is one thing that I've used these for. This one is a sewing one. So when I was getting into sewing and I was taking classes, just like sewing tips, classes, and notes that I've some notes because I've taken classes, some resources, tutorials, blogs, and so on. I haven't really used this one very much, but gives you another idea of what to use it for. This is the one I used for last year, but I've actually ended up using all these pages for other things. Actually, 2 years ago is when I started, when I was AP coordinator. So I've got my book list, notes and things like that of books I was interested in maybe purchasing for the library, or ones I needed to buy because the old copies were, trashed. When I was AP coordinator, so my AP stuff, and then notes. And so I have really been using this a lot. These are all the notes that I've been taking from all the different meetings that I've attended, things that I've done this summer. So I kind of need a new one because this one is almost done. I'm going to finish this one off with some professional development I'm doing this weekend. So just to give you an idea of what I use these for. They're amazing and they're super cheap. I usually buy them during this time of the year where they're like 50 cents to $1. And they really are fabulous. So this is a college rules composition book. I mean, you can buy, they have ones at the Dollar Tree, dollar store that are very, very similar. These are stitched. So these are really nice. Dollar store ones are stitched as well. So you can do whatever you want for adhesive. For this particular project, I don't know why this is doing that. For this particular project, I'm going to go ahead and use score tape. It's just easy for me. I don't have any problems with glue or anything. So this is how much score tape I'm using. I don't like to do anything dimensional on the outside. I don't like to decorate it too much because it's going to be thrown around. I'm going to be sticking out a book bag or whatever. So I don't worry about decorating too much, but I am going to decorate a little bit. So this is Poetic Rose from Prima. I don't even know where I got this paper. So I'm going to use this paper because I thought it was pretty. So that's what I'm using. So for my cover, I think I decided that I wanted to use this one. It's just very, very pretty paper. So just pick out whatever paper you want. You just do whatever adhesive. I keep it super simple. I don't like do any measuring for this or anything. I literally can make one of these just very, very quickly. Something else that I did this summer is I had like a little summer camp for my daughter and my niece. And so they made a camp notebook using one of these composition books. I used some of my, I think I had some paper that was a camping inspired paper. And I printed out pictures of everything that we did. And so they really enjoyed that. Now, the corners on these are kind of a curved corner, and actually I like to use something for that. So let me see if I can find everything. So I'm going to use a corner rounder if it lets me. Sometimes I struggle with it. So you get that on there really good. I usually line up one side of it. So I line up the bottom and then the side here because this is like a fabric. And we don't want to get it on there because that's kind of what makes it nice. And so what I do then is I go ahead and I trim it. You'll see it in just a second. So I just kind of trim it. Now sometimes I use the leftover paper for pockets and things, which I may do. I decided. So then I just trim it like so. Now so you have these corners. I have my corner rounder here, and I just snip the corners. Once I've trimmed it, I just kind of go in and I just, oops. Okay. So do that, and then it looks like so. And it's amazing what just the paper does. It just like wows it up. So I like to do a different paper on the back. I don't always do that, and then I get confused about what the front is. So I like to do different. You don't have to. I mean, if you're somebody who wants to do the same for front and back, you totally can. But this particular paper is just really pretty, so I kind of wanted to, use as many different, patterns as I could because it's just really pretty paper. So, and yikes, heck, get that off. And then same thing as before. I just, and if you don't line it up and you've got, more to cut, then you have more to cut. I just do it this way because then I don't have to cut here. You always line it up next to your little black fabric spines because that kind of gives it just your finished edge without you having to do anything. And then all I do is then trim. And we're also going to cover the inside, and I'm probably going to do a pocket. And I haven't decided exactly what my dividers are going to be. Okay, so there you go. And there's that. And then I come through and I just do my corners. And just like that, the sucker is jazzed up already, right? And so the inside is done the same way. And so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you that in a second, is I'm actually going to be making a calendar inside. I'm going to be gluing down, some schedules and some things there. But this will help me every day when I want to figure out what it is I'm going to do for the day. This will kind of help me stay organized. So I have 2 other papers. I decided, because this one is flowery, that I was going to do something not flowery on the inside that matches it. And so the same thing, I do like to cover the inside because I think the inside's not that pretty and I like it to look pretty. Okay, so then, sorry, the doorbell rang, is go ahead and cut this. So I know there's a lot of debate about schools being open, and my school is in LA County, and my kids actually live in a different county. Me and the kids who go to different school districts. But the governor has all the schools on the watch list going to distance learning, and there's just a lot of virus. And you have to think too that some of our students might have people in their families that have it. I don't know. Complicated issue, but I think the instinct is to protect our children, right? So, but yeah, going back to school, oddly enough, is more complicated and difficult to really try and make everyone safe, especially if you're, like for me, I'm in a very kind of urban area. High schools have over 2,000 students. It's just kind of rough all around, I think. My son's disappointed that he has to spend his very first time in high school. It starts 9th grade in distance learning, and my daughter starts junior high. She's in distance learning, so, we all have to adapt. Yeah, it's hard, but you know what? It won't be forever, and we will survive it, right? Good thing we have crafts and other things to keep us occupied. My daughter has become the supreme leader when it comes to puzzles. She's like the puzzle queen. So the biggest puzzle she's done so far, aside from making castles, she made 2 Disney Castle 3D puzzles, is a 1,500 piece puzzle that her grandmother bought her. So my mom bought her this pretty cool puzzle. So she's doing typically 1,000 pieces. So she's amazing puzzle maker now since we've been, home. Okay, so then you probably can't see this very well, but I'm doing the same thing where I'm snipping the corners, and it looks just amazing. So I'm going to keep it very simple. This is a cut apart, from that paper, and, got me deciding whether I want to do anything fancy with it, or if I just say, maybe a little something. I think I might just do a little bit of something. So I'm going to put this on there. And so I just like to decorate it a little bit. Usually I use a cut apart from whatever paper it is, or an ephemera. I mean, this is really kind of a fun way to use up paper in your collection. But it's super useful. Like I use these. One year I made notebooks for everyone in the English department at my school. I made these notebooks. I think they liked them. Most of them did. Okay, so there we go. And then for this, thinking I want to have a pocket here. So I'm going to keep this really simple and show you guys how you can just do it. Super crazy simple. So you can fit right here. And I'm going to just trim. All right, so I'm just going to kind of use, I'm eyeballing this like that. Yes, this might be perfect. And so I'm just going to use some glue that I have handy. And I'm just going to do some glue on 3 sides. And I mean, you could do a pocket any way that you want to do one. I mean, you could do it like a gusseted pocket or a pocket that's got more space, you know, for you. But I'm not going to use this for a lot of things. And what I find is that if you don't make it tight, like things will fall out of it. And so I, you know, generally now kind of make these very very small sort of pockets. They're more for quick notes, maybe a piece of paper that I want to jot down some kind of thing for the day. But generally, I don't anymore do crazy pockets anymore. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to do a pocket also. Same thing, just keeping it really, really simple. So you can use your paper trimmer, make it more fantastic, but I do find that this works kind of well, actually. Works really well. And so I'm going to put this one here, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to have 4 sections maybe. I haven't quite, I think 4 is probably enough. So no matter what I need, I'll just make it work with 4. So same thing, I'm just going to do 3 sides of glue. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish off this pocket and show you and do the dividers, or not dividers, but my little tabs I'm going to make. And then I'm going to work on setting it up, and then I'll do a video later like showing you my setup. So like if this is something you want to do, I mean, definitely you guys should cover a notebook because they're fun, they're easy, they are super, super cute, functional, even if you just use them to write, I mean, write all kinds of things down. But so what I'm going to use for my tabs, and so you can see like I'm left with some scraps, I'm going to use those. I think I'm going to use this pink side, and I'm going to use, let's see here, what am I going to use? I am going to, oh, here it is. Like, where did it go? So I'm going to do 4 tabs. This is, I've had this forever. It's an EK Success, but I believe it was Stampin' Up. I say it was a Stampin' Up one. Does it say, oh yeah, it does. It says Stampin' Up right there. I'm like, it doesn't say it. It says it right here. Stampin' Up Punch. So I've had it for like a bazillion years, but I mean, you could just cut out like a piece of paper and fold it over. I mean, it does not have to be, it doesn't have to be something fancy at all. But I do recommend that you don't use something too dark so that you can see when you write on it. So that's my tip for that. And so then I'm left with scrap. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3. This is all trash. So yeah, you're not left with a lot of scrap too, which is kind of good. I don't know what I'm going to do with these pieces right here, but I'll keep them for now in case I decide to do something with them. I don't know what. these pieces right here. Maybe I would use it to decorate the notebook in some way. Maybe not. If I don't, I might just trash those as just kind of scrap. And so these just fold over. And let's see. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to probably do, what did I, so I'm going to do calendar. I'm going to do meeting notes. I'm going to do, let's see, meeting notes, calendar. I think I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do book list and projects. And I'm going to do, I'm just going to put daily on there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So the first one goes on the first one, right? So some people double up their pages. I don't, because I actually like use a lot of my pages, and I happen to like the kind of like messy kind of look about it, I guess. I like looking at it and seeing it all like full, I guess. Okay, so there's calendar. And then, let's see, I'll split this kind of in half. So calendar, I'm going to do calendar and probably, there's probably going to be some other things there. I don't need that much for calendar. So maybe that much. And then I'm going to do, where'd it go? Daily. So that's going to be kind of like my daily, like think about it like a planner, like what you do daily. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with that. And then just kind of lay it down. And that's my daily. And then, yeah, split it kind of in half. So this is going to be meeting notes and then book list and projects. So, and I mean, I'm just kind of free-forming this, but I think it'll be fine because I don't have that many tabs. All right, there's that one. And then I'm going to do book list and projects. And I'm going to go do that here. Okay, so here is, it is with the tabs. So it looks super fabulous. So I might use these extra pieces to kind of decorate the front. I might do something that says, 2020-21 on the front. I am creating a calendar here. I'm using this calendar template from Catherine Puller that I have. So I'm using that to make a calendar. I'm going to go ahead and, minimally decorate it. It's going to say August. I'm probably not going to do like every month, I don't think. August, September, October, November, December. So I probably do up through, I'm thinking I'm only going to do up till December, but you never know. I might decide to go January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, I might go all the way through. So we'll see how I feel about it. But this is my notebook. It is ready for the new school year. It's pretty simple. Like I said, I don't like a lot of stuff to rub on it and get it all jacked up. And then here are my tabs, right? It says calendar, daily, meeting notes, book list and projects. Here's the back. And then here is the inside with a short pocket. Here's the back here with this pocket. And so thank you for watching. I hope you make them. They're really fun and easy. This is Cindy the Crane with the Heart.